Today, I'd like to talk about less and less stressed parenting. You may see me standing here having this topic in my mind. You may wonder, she must be relaxed, a relaxed parent. But no, I'm not only stressed, I'm freaking out. My daughter is 6 years old. I worry about her. I worry about her schoolwork. I worry about the university she might be going to. I worry about her career path. Will she be successful? I worry about her future husband and kids. I know she's only 6, and I know that I'm not alone. We have so many stressful parents out there. Yes, we have so many stressful parents out there. Well, it makes sense. As modern parents, we don't have to worry about hunting for food or struggling in the nature, so we worry about our kids. But science has told us that our kids need less, especially less stressed parenting. First of all, let's start with motivation and how motivation works. I want to ask, anybody play tennis here? Ooh. And what do you think is the best age to start to learn tennis? 10? 5? So I was told the best age to start to learn tennis is 5 to 6 years old. And a lot of young beginners start when they were 4. Legends like Roger Federer start when he was 8. Me, I start slightly later. I started when I was 34 years old. And I've been practicing for 1.5 years. And now I need you to stop speculating my age. Thank you. Well, but I told my husband that I'm having the best time of my life. I wasn't forced, but I'm highly motivated. Sometimes I play 4 or 5 times a week. There's no sticks, no carrots. And given my age, I'm not going to compete in the US Opening or have an ambitious goal in this sport. But I love it. It makes me wonder, why? And how does motivation work? So when people work hard at something they really love, they have a great time, and they could be finding it challenging because they're improving themselves. But they're not stressed. They enter a state what's come to be called flow or transcendence, where time passes quickly and their attention is completely engaged. If I play tennis with somebody who's not nearly my level, I find it boring. And if I play with somebody who's vastly more skilled than me, it's stressful, it's punishing, it's not fun either. But if I play with somebody who's very well matched with me, we rally. And I feel like there's a surge of dopamine in my brain. I lost track of time while playing. You see your kids fully engaged like this, maybe when they're playing Legos, or maybe they enjoy a sport that they really love, but they wouldn't if they're forced in an activity they have no interest in, or they're under tremendous pressure, just like me playing tennis with somebody who I'm not very well matched with. So as a stressed parent, here comes the big question. How to motivate our kids from school? Here's what I think. Not much, but enough. So there's short-term motivation, like giving candy to your child so she finishes homework quickly. However, we want to take a long-term view. We not only want them to finish homework quickly, but more importantly, we want them to be self-motivated, to be a lifelong learner who's curious, who look out for answers in their life. If they are allowed to be indulged in what they love now and experience the flow, and later they may find a career or academic discipline that'll turn them on. So really, as a parent, in order to let our kids find self-motivation, instead of forcing them to do whatever that they have no interest in, we need to let go a little and encourage our kids to be more independent and to think independently as well. So really, there's less parenting needed. secondly, from behavior genetic point of view, there's one technical way of putting this is that we're all different because we have different genes and we have different environments. There's a high inheritability for just about everything, about just every psychological trait in which people differ. There's a large proportion of human difference is due to genes. It's true for intelligence, it's true for personality, and it's even true for happiness. Parents and parenting practices don't play a reliable role in shaping their children's intelligence or personality. This was the claim made and developed based on their behavior genetic data. But in modern society, we have overwhelming parenting practices, strategies, books. We have tiger moms who have military training for their kids. And looking at those successful kids and their parents, you may wonder, how could parenting not matter? Science has told us that trying to predict how your child will turn out based on the choices made by their parents is like trying to predict a hurricane from the flap of a butterfly's wings. Parents have no control in shaping who their children become. But if we accept our kids, accept who they are, and appreciate the unique life path they may take, we'll be much less stressed and less judgmental. We'll see parenting from a different perspective. So my daughter is naturally sensitive and emotional. She's born like that. She has anxiety when saying goodbye to her friends after a party, and also we watch movie together, she cries a lot. So naturally, I did a lot of online research and read books just to understand and help her manage her emotions. We learned there's emotion wheels. You have so many emotions. They come and go, and it's natural. And also, we prepare her early before saying goodbye to her friends after a party. She's much, much better now dealing with her emotion. It could partially be me. It could partially be the influence from school. And it could just simply be herself growing out of it. But looking back, the best thing is that we spend quality time together studying and observing emotions. And it's beneficial for me as an adult to learn and manage my emotions, which I've never learned before. I cannot shape my child to be someone who she's not, who's not sensitive or emotional. And changing her nature is impossible. But if I just slightly change my angle, I see her as an interesting, sensitive human being who I can watch movie with, share stories with. And I will see parenting from a different perspective. There's really less parenting needed. I just simply need another friend. At last, I found a lot of parents, including myself, who are stressed is because we're worried that our kids are losing the game. But as parents, we just have to bear in mind that life isn't a sprint, and the world is full of late bloomers. Certain skills or issues you worry about right now might not be a big deal in the future. I used to think life is a sprint. When I graduated from my grad school in the UK, a lot of us were holding student visa, and it's very hard to be sponsored with a work permit. So I worked very, very hard, and I became the first student from my class who found a job with a Fortune 100 company. I feel the admiration in my peers, and I feel like I was winning the game. And 3 years later, I was sent to China office to work in Shanghai for a year. I found some of my old classmates, the Chinese classmates from the UK who left the UK, who were seen at the time were losing the game. Actually, they turned out to be quickly promoted and earn a lot of money than I did. Honestly, I felt defeated. And I felt like I was losing the game by not working in a rapidly developing country. And now, I've quit my job a long time ago. I started my own business. I'm a girl boss. The first 3 years of my salary wasn't a big deal. You feel winning and losing at different stages of your life, but they're all experiences. I know you've heard it, you think it's cliche, but it's really true. You feel winning and losing, that's okay. They're shaping who you are, they're shaping your characters. And our kids will eventually finding the rhythm in their life. So I think parents who have less parenting are daring. They're daring enough to let go a little, so their kids can indulge in what they love. And they're daring enough to have some fun with their kids. They're daring enough to have a long-term view. And they're daring enough to respect their children's choices and allow them to be who they are. Thank you.